What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing great. So EA have just released the ratings for FIFA 21, and oh boy, are they absolutely shocking, to say the least. Absolutely terrible. Definitely the worst ratings I have seen, and I've been playing FIFA since like FIFA 09. So this is absolutely shocking. I'm gonna go over a few of the highlights from what few of my highlights from the ratings, what I think about them, and yeah, we'll just see how these players are rated and what's going on with EA Sports, because I don't freaking know. First up, we're just gonna go through a bunch of Bayern players right now, because obviously repping Bayern I probably know the most about, and they are the teams won the Champions League, won the treble, best team in Europe as of right now. So we're just gonna go through a couple of players in the Bayern squad, see how their ratings are. First off, we're just going to go looking at Thiago. So let's just look at his FIFA 20 card here. I just have this up right here so we can check out their FIFA 20 stats and see their cards, what they're selling for on the market, etc. Look up Thiago here. Yeah, you see he got a team of the season, 93 rated. Pretty good. And then he was started off 87, selling... that's selling for 45K. He got a team of the week, 88 rated, and then eventually got this 93 rated in for him. So you would think, oh, he had a decent season, right? Look at 5-star skill moves, pretty good player. And let me remind you that Bayern just won the Champions League, run every trophy in Europe possible, and this guy, team of the season, in form, and what do EA Sports do? -2 downgrade. I just cannot understand, even begin to fathom how that makes any sense. If you watch Bayern all this year, Thiago was pretty much like the engine of this team. He was like the backbone of the midfield. He consistently won the ball back and was one of the best passers on the team, if not in Europe as a whole. He didn't have that great of stats. He only had like 3 goals and like 3 assists, something like that. Like his stats aren't too great. But he plays more as like a holding midfielder, so you're not expecting him to get forward and score 10 goals and 10 assists. Like, that's just not the style of his play. But I just don't understand how it's even possible for him to get a -2 downgrade. He is one of the best midfielders in Europe. And it's not even the fact that he got a -2 downgrade. It's the fact he's at 85 in FIFA 21. Like, I just don't understand how one of the best midfielders in Europe is 85 rated. Like, nothing about that makes any sense. Anyway, it's not for Thiago. We're going to move on here to another Bayern player. I said we're going to run through the Bayern players first. Knock them out. Thomas Muller. Let's look at his FIFA 20 card here. Can we find a gold card on the market? Yeah, here we go. 86 rated. All around, it's pretty decent card. It's just Muller is never a guy that just fits FIFA for some reason. He's always a good player in real life, but just his play style just doesn't work in FIFA. And FIFA 20, let's go over his stats for last year. He had 14 goals and 26 assists in all competitions. So here's possible for 40 goals, and he broke the Bundesliga assist record. And then while we're at it, so he's 86 rated. He got an 87 player of the match, I believe that is. And then he gets a 95 rated team of the season. Again, must have had a good season, right? According to EA Sports, no. He gets the same card as before. 86 rated in the next game. But the stinker at all of it, 68 pace. 68. Like, and you're supposed to play him as an attacking midfielder in FIFA 21? Like, you can't even use him with 68 pace. It's absolutely shocking. This guy, same as Thiago, wins every trophy in Europe, is pretty instrumental in that team in the sense that he provided all the assists. He linked the play up from the midfielder to Lewandowski. One of the main reasons why Lewandowski scored so many goals this year was Thomas Muller playing absolutely incredibly. Like, Thomas Muller, he was early in his career is known for goal scoring, and he kind of reinvented himself as an assist guy over the past few years. And you could argue this year has been his best season ever. And somehow he gets an 86 rated card in FIFA 21. Like, at least he didn't get a downgrade. Like, God forbid he downgrades them again. But he should have at least, like, an 88. Like, if you look at the players that are, like, 87 and up, like, Thomas Muller is better than them. It's ridiculous. And now we're going to move on to a defender here. Another Bayern player. We got a couple more Bayern players and we'll move on. Sorry. If you're not a Bayern fan, I'm sorry. I mean, I just, as a Bayern fan, I was naturally just drawn to these Bayern players to check out their ratings. And I noticed a few that it's just absolutely shocking. Here we go. David Alaba on FIFA 20. He is an 85 rated. He's selling for like 20,000 coins. What's shocking to me, though, oh, he did get one inform. Okay. I was going to say, he didn't get any special cards based on performance. He got one inform. I think he should have got a team of the season also, but hey, my opinion doesn't matter, so who cares about me? I'm just channel 40 subs. Speaking of which, if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. And, yeah, there's going to be a lot more content coming out when FIFA 21 is released in like 3 weeks, I believe. So, hit the subscribe button. The subscribe button if you like the content. I appreciate all your help. Thank you very much. Look at that transition right there. You like that? Yeah. Look at that. Alaba, 85 rated. Selling for like 20, 30,000 coins. And he played almost like every minute for Bayern this year. He moved over from left back to center back due to injury problems. And he was one of the best defenders in the Bundesliga this year. Bayern this year kept 22 clean sheets in all competitions. And David Alaba is one of the main reasons for that. He was one of the best defenders on the team. And he, same thing as the other guys. Like, wins every trophy in Europe, wins the Champions League. Clearly the best team in Europe. Alaba is also one of the instrumental parts in that team. And they downgrade him. FIFA 21, David Alaba is an 84 rated center back. I don't understand it. I don't know. Clearly, no one at EA Sports ever watches any soccer or football, depending on where you're from. I'm American. Sorry, I say soccer. Deal with it. But it just doesn't make any sense at all. A couple more Bayern. We got two more Bayern guys. Don't worry. We're almost there. Moving on to the main man himself, Robert Lewandowski. Let's see. So he's got, yeah. Everyone knows the type of season he had this year. Should have won the Ballon d'Or, best player in Europe. Like, it wasn't even close. He had an 89 rated last year, which obviously was robbery then. So EA Sports needed to correct this. He got, look at all these special cards. Like, he got man of the group stage, headliners, like 7 informs, and of course he got that 99 team of the season, wherever that is. I don't know how he didn't make team of the year. The voting for that is clearly biased as hell. Look at, yeah, here is team of the season. Yeah, selling for like 800,000 coins, 99 rated, absolutely insane striker. But yeah, we all know this season he had over like 50 goals and had like 10 assists, like just crazy stats. Highest goal scorer in the Bundesliga, the DFB Pokal, and the Champions League. And he probably would have broke Ronaldo's Champions League goal scoring record if there had been 2 legs. We all know because of COVID this year, they shortened the Champions League groups knockout stages and made him only 1 leg instead of 2. So he only got like 3 or 4 games less than Ronaldo did, and he still scored 15 goals I think in the Champions League this year. Absolutely insane from him. Finally, EA Sports have recognized it that he is one of the best players in the world, and they gave him a 91 rating in FIFA 21. Absolutely deserved. It could have, you could argue even a 92, I think. I don't think you can go higher than that. I'm not pushing him in the 93, 94 category. I think that's getting a little overzealous. Is that the right word? I think it. I've been using some good vocabulary the last few videos. Yeah, so I mean, the 91 in FIFA 21, I think is pretty spot on. For me, honestly, everyone in the top 10, I think, has the right rating. You see, Messi went down 1, Ronaldo went down 1, Both of them had very good seasons, but they were not Messi and Ronaldo seasons. And even everyone's like going crazy about Ronaldo getting downgraded. Yeah, he scored a lot of goals, but if you look at his stats, so many of those are penalties. Similar to Ciro Immobile. Immobile is very overrated. All of his goals are penalties, and same with Ronaldo. All his goals are pretty much penalties. I remember watching Juventus for like 3 games in a row, and he just got a penalty in every single game. Like he just gets given goals in Serie A pretty much. So I think that downgrade does make sense. The only two I think you could argue that you could change in the top 10, maybe pushing, I think Salah's a 90, pushing him down to an 89, and then pushing De Bruyne up to a 92. Those are the only two that you could make a debate for, I think, in my opinion. But I think they got the top 10 pretty spot on. But it's unfortunate because other than the top 10, it's an absolute mess. Like, they were just picking out random numbers out of a hat and just sticking them on players, I think. There's just no reasoning. We're going to move on here to something that's absolutely insane. Where is he? What? Okay, I'm going to need to put another search word up here. Hold on one sec. There we go. Jadon Sancho. He actually got a pretty good upgrade. I think he's a 87 in FIFA 21 compared to his 84 here. But the shocker, I'm not complaining about his rating. Yeah, I think he deserves 87, maybe he's a bit much, but he definitely deserved an upgrade. Maybe 86 would probably be better touch, but I'm not going to argue with 87. Not going to argue with it. The thing is, look at his pace. He's 88 right here in FIFA 20. In FIFA 21, he is 83 pace. I don't understand it. They gave him a -5 pace downgrade. Like, how does that make any sense? If you watch Sancho play, he's pretty quick on the wing. It's not like he's slow. It's not like watching him and be like, oh, they're going to downgrade his pace. He is so slow. Like, what? It just, to give him a -5 pace downgrade while you're upgrading him by 3 overalls just doesn't make any sense for me. And another very similar to this, we're going to move on to Serge Gnabry. He is 84 rated in FIFA 20. You see, Informs, Team of the Seasons, had a great year, kind of broke out this year. And he got it upgraded to an 85. I'm not arguing with that. I agree with that. The problem is, same thing, his pace. He's 90 pace here in FIFA 20. FIFA 21, he's 82 pace. 82. What? How does that make any sense? Serge Gnabry, 82 pace. I have watched this guy straight up run past defenders and just pure speed just get in and goal. Get in on goal and score. If you look at his Tottenham game where he scored 5 goals, he was running all around that defense. Like, how are you, and you up, same thing as Sancho. You upgrade him 1, but then you take 8 away from his pace. Like, you can't even use him. 82 pace on the wing. A fullback will just eat him for breakfast. Like, it's not even reasonable. It's absolutely ridiculous what they're doing here. EA Sports clearly just don't watch soccer at all, because that makes absolutely no sense. Like, well, what did their minds be like? He's 90 pace in this one. Let's put him 82 pace in the next one. Like, did he break his leg and no one knows about it? Did he just like lose a leg? Is he hobbling around the field on one leg on a peg leg or something? And only EA Sports has the secret intel? Like, there's no reasoning for these stats at all. Speaking of which, we're gonna dive into this pace stat a little more here. Look at Ciro Immobile. He's 86 in this FIFA. Next FIFA, he's 87. Which, I mean, yeah, a lot of his goals were penalties, but he still had a very good year. A lot of goals scored. Same thing, though, we're talking about the pace. He's got 80 pace here. FIFA 21, he's got 84 pace. So that means he's faster than both Sancho and Gnabry. Let me put these 3 guys side by side in a foot race and let me know who wins. I will bet any amount of money it is not Ciro Immobile. It just makes absolutely no sense at all. I don't know. Unless this guy's been juicing or something this offseason, and he's going to come out like Usain Bolt come the start of the Serie A, I have no idea. But that makes absolutely no sense. Next up is the big man up top, Romelu Lukaku. 85 rated in this FIFA. he got a bunch of informs. His highest inform is a 90 overall. And he did end up getting that, he has a team this season, but it was either SBC or an objective. It was one of the two. So he did get a team this season. But in FIFA 21, so you look at all these special cards, and the same thing, had a very good year. Let me read you his stats. He had 35 goals and 6 assists. Lukaku was responsible for 41 goals in all competitions last year. And he helped lead Inter to the Europa League final. Unfortunately, they ended up losing. But he also ended up scoring a goal in that Europa League final. And EA Sports left him at 85. I don't understand. When you give someone all these performance-based special cards, they have such a great year, they get to a cup final, and you don't even upgrade them by 1. Like, I'm not saying Lukaku should be a 90 overall, but he should be 86, 87. He had a great year, and that's just robbery. Honestly, I think there's some politics involved in this one, because I'm pretty sure Lukaku just hates on FIFA all the time. I'm sure if you look back at Lukaku's Twitter account, he's had some tweets where he's like, EA Sports, you don't know what you're doing. And I think they're kind of getting a little spiteful here. We got a couple more, though. A couple more I want to go over. Casemiro. He's at 87 in this FIFA. 87. He got a team this season, an inform or two. What's he selling for? He's selling for like 40K right now. And yeah, he had a good season. Real Madrid ended up winning the league. And he pretty good in the midfield. FIFA 21, they upgraded him to an 89. What? 89? You know what that means? That means EA Sports thinks Casemiro is the second best midfielder in the entire world, behind only Kevin De Bruyne. Let me know how this lad right here is the second best midfielder in the entire world, because I just cannot understand how that's even slightly reasonable. Like, if we're going to compare him to Thiago, I would take Thiago on my team over Casemiro any day of the week. And somehow Casemiro in FIFA 21 is 4 ratings higher than Thiago. You compare an 89 to an 85. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. They're just not watching the game. I don't know who's making these stats. Next up, the Arsenal man, Aubameyang. 88 rated. He's always loved in FIFA, or hated, depending on if you have him or not, because he's just so quick up top. He's got the pace to get him behind. He scores a lot of goals. 88 rated in FIFA. He's got a couple informs, 92 rated headliners, 96 rated team this season, selling for like 600,000 here. Jeez. And he got downgraded. Let me read you his stats here. He had 29 goals and 3 assists. He won the FA Cup with Arsenal. And he scored 29 goals and got 3 assists with an Arsenal side which, for 9/10 of the season, was absolutely atrocious. Atrocious. Awful. If he's able to get those stats to Arsenal, he should be getting like a 90 rated. Like, imagine if he was on a decent team and he gets downgraded. Like, not even staying flat. Staying flat, okay, you can make an argument. How are you going to tell someone they score 29 goals, have a great season, get a team of the season card, and you downgrade them by 1? Yeah, there's none of these ratings make any sense whatsoever. They're just making random ratings depending on how they're feeling that day. And I guess when they made Aubameyang's, they were not in a good mood because they gave him a fat downgrade, 87 rating. No idea. No idea. And this is probably the biggest story of them all. We saved the biggest for last here. Gareth Bale. He's been going down every year in FIFA. I think he had like a 90 rated card back like 2 years ago. He's been on a steady decline. And this year, EA Sports have finally just finished him off. They're like, Gareth Bale, we don't want you anymore. Get out of here. Kind of the same attitude as Zidane at Real Madrid, I guess. 85 rated in this game. Gareth Bale, always known for being one of the fastest players on the pitch. He's always had high pace in every FIFA. 91 pace last year. So, no, let's remember those two things. 85 rating, 91 pace. What do you think he turned to in FIFA 21? 79 rating. They downgraded him by 6. That's a bold move there. I can see the downgrade because he's not playing. Because Zidane is just like, I don't want to play you. But he's not playing him because he's bad. He's playing him because like him and Zidane are in like a little cat fight or something, and they don't want to talk to each other. Like that's why. So and then you give him a -6 downgrade. It's just unbelievable. And here's the kicker though. 91 pace. You know what that turned to? 84 pace. I think EA Sports are just trying to get rid of pace in FIFA 21. Like I think because all these high rated pace players that are known for being quick, they're just like, nah, we're cutting that out of here. 80 pace. I'm curious now that this is actually my first time I thought about this. I think they might just be trying to kill off pace in the new FIFA. Because how is Gareth Bale 84 pace? This guy, you watch what was that? He scored 1 goal against I think it was against Barcelona, and he literally ran up the entire sideline like a cheetah and scored a freaking goal like 4 years ago or something. And he outran the entire team. And now that guy right now is at 84 pace in FIFA 21. Oh, Gareth Bale. I understand the downgrade. -6 downgrade, don't get that one. I think he should be everyone was thinking 83 rated, and somehow 79. They just killed him off completely. EA Sports was just like, Gareth Bale, I don't want to play with you anymore. In the bin. Yeah, so that is my highlights from the ratings. Most of them are absolute shockers. Obviously, there are some other ones in there, but these were the big ones that as soon as I looked at them, I'm like, what the hell? But it is pretty obvious that EA Sports just either 1, don't watch any games, 2, don't look at any statistics, 3, know absolutely nothing about soccer, and or 4, and they just randomly assign players ratings. And the ratings mean absolutely nothing, and EA Sports is just here to trigger us all and watch us die a slow, painful death playing their awful game. Okay, if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. Peace.